time to go shopping. Woo! Don't forget to pack bags, and off we go! You look like the Grinch when you did that. We're going to Aldi first, and then we'll go to Morrison's afterwards. Let you up, never gonna let you down. And that is where, unfortunately, my memory card lost all of the data from that day. It's now Tuesday. I was filming on Sunday when I went shopping, and I plugged in my memory card yesterday, and the memory card reader I have is so old and shitty, and I think that's the problem. I think that's what's been causing the problem, because you know when a memory card plugs in and then it ejects it by accident, or it ejects it before you click eject, that can cause real problems with your memory card. So I think that's what's happened. And unfortunately I lost all the data from Sunday and all the footage from the rest of the day, which is really annoying because I really like that video. But I thought, why waste the beginning of the video where I can just show you what we bought here now. I'm just going to show you like what we bought in the cupboards and just go through everything with you, because what I was saying in the car, I think that, I don't know if I filmed this part, but what I was saying was that Alex and I are trying to be more budget with our food shops, because we have a tendency to just be like, oh, let's fill the pantry up, let's buy the same foods that we buy every single week, so we're all stocked up. But now we're taking the approach of only buying fresh foods until everything in our cupboards is gone, and only buying cupboard stuff if we absolutely need to. So for example, this time we went shopping, we just bought lots of fruits, lots of vegetables, and some tinned tomatoes, and some cereal. And we didn't buy things like rice, we didn't buy things like beans, because we had them already in the cupboards. So that's just a little tip if you're trying to budget a little bit more and save money. Just buy fresh stuff until you need to buy cupboard stuff. So our shopping total cost £80. We spent £60 in Aldi and £20 in Morrison's, and this should last us at least 2 weeks. And what we tend to do is buy in bulk like that every fortnight, and then in between, if we need to, I might pop out for some more frozen fruit or some more broccoli or more bananas and spend about a tenner. So between us, that's about £20 a week, and we're hoping that this will last us a little bit longer, because we did buy a lot of food. So first things first, I apologise if it's dark in here, but it's the morning. We bought a shit ton of bananas. We buy the fair trade organic ones because we buy a high volume of bananas every time, and I've learned a little bit about what goes on in the banana industry, and there's lots of sort of human rights issues, so I don't particularly want to be buying that huge amount of bananas, just the regular brands, because there's a lot of shit going down. Just like any big company, there's lots of corners they have to cut, and I'd rather support the organic fair trade. It does have its downsides with all the plastic, but you've got to choose your battles. So yeah, it's just something to consider if you buy a lot of bananas. Next thing we bought is lots of cereal, and I've thrown away the packaging, but this is the Alpha Bear cereal brand. If I can find a photo, I'll insert it here. And this is just a different type of chocolate cereal to the one we normally buy, which is this one. And this one is the Nature's Path Chocolate Stars, and they're my favourite cereal ever. This one I thought was interesting because it was on offer and it has no salt. And this one is a little bit salty, so this is really good. It's not quite as chocolatey, but it's seriously, seriously good. And then Alex got these hoops. These were from Morrison's. Multi-grain hoops Alex got from Aldi. They're one of the few ones that don't have vitamin D in them, because vitamin D is made from lanolin, which is made from sheep's wool, so you have to watch out for that. And then I finally got these Nature's Path Munch. They're one of my favourite cereals again. They taste just like Cheerios, or what were those ones? Golden Nuggets when I was younger, so they're really, really good. And then I didn't get anything for the pantry, as I said, because we've pretty much stocked up. And then in here, the only things that we got in here were some chopped tomatoes. Again, I'm really sorry it's so dark. It's just, it's not It's coming into autumn now and it's just not bright outside in the mornings. Yeah, all the things we got were we got 4 tins of chopped tomatoes, and that was all we bought cupboard wise, because as you can see we've still got food in our cupboard. The only other thing we got is some bread, which Alex has already dug into. And then another thing that we got is some milk. We got 2 soy milks and 2 almond milks. They sell these in Aldi now, which is so great. They only used to do soy milk. Well, for a long time they didn't do soy milk at all. Now they do soy milk and almond milk, which I think is just such a success. And I just think that's just showing the way the world is moving forwards. And then we got 2 of these maple syrups. They are, normally this brand is just like a sweetener and it says maple syrup on the front, but be careful because you need to check the ingredients, because if it has an ingredients list, then it's not just maple syrup. Now the other one that's really cheap, it's like maple syrup and like the main ingredient is sugar. So just check, because it tastes better this way. And this one's a little bit cheaper because the one that they normally sell was like £5. And then I got bicarbonate of soda, which is baking soda in America, because I want to make my own deodorant. I want to start using more natural cleaning products, and there's various uses that I want for it in the future. I'm not going to use it on my hair. I know the no poo thing, some people use it on their hair. I'm not going to do that, but there's yeah, there's lots of different things you can use baking soda for that are very beneficial. So I've just picked up that. And that's everything from there, and I think everything else is in the fridge. So this is like a little fridge tour, kind of. It's so dark over here. I think it's artificial light, is that better? Okay, so in here we got 4 of these exotic mixes. It's mango, papaya and pineapple, because unfortunately for some reason Aldi has stopped stocking their mango and their strawberry packets, because that's what I used to love and that was my favourite smoothie mixtures to have. They've stopped selling them and they only sell these now. These are nice, but I just prefer the plain mango mix, but oh well. So I got 4 of those, and then we got 1 raspberry. Where are you, raspberry? We have already got blueberry, forest fruit, and another one of those smoothie mixes, so we didn't need to go to town on those. Oh, and then Alex got some Linda McCartney sausages, because they're great. They're such convincing veggie sausages. And then let's take you into my fridge. So welcome to my fridge. We have eaten some of this food, as you can see, but you get the gist. So the first things that we bought were the salad stuff. So we got 2 romaine lettuce for salads and 2 cucumbers. Next we got vegetables. So that courgette was from last week, as you can tell. It looks so old and gross. We got some chestnut mushrooms, and here's just a top tip. If you buy mushrooms, or broccoli for that matter, take them out of their plastic, because that is what makes them go off sooner. Same goes for like bananas and stuff like that, any fruits. Take them out of their plastic, because that contains all the air and it makes them ripen faster. So yeah, that's why that's like that. My mum taught me that little trick. And next we got spring onions, just because I hadn't had spring onions in a long time and I fancied them. We actually had them last night on our miso soup. And then we got 2 red peppers. We did eat one last night. That was from Aldi as well. And then I got some British leeks, because I want to make potato and leek soup this week. And then I bought 4 broccoli. I got them from and then I got a watermelon, which I ate half of yesterday. And then I got some white seedless grapes. I just really fancied grapes, because I very rarely just snack on fruit. I don't often buy, you might notice in my videos, that I mostly just buy or eat fruit in my smoothies. I don't often just eat fruit, just because I'm lazy and because I live in England and there's not lots of like delicious exotic organic fruit available. So the only fruits I'll eat would be like grapes, kiwis and apples, just because they are nice fruits that we have here. And then we've got tomatoes over here. We've eaten them because I made a curry the other night with them. But we've got some normal salad tomatoes and then some cherry tomatoes. We got some tofu in this plastic container, which is donkey's years old. I don't think it's even mine, because obviously it's a caramel. Look at that, it's gone green. It's a caramel ice cream container. I think it's my mum's. We got a block of tofu, but again, we've already bitten into that. That was the Cauldron brand organic tofu, and we ate that last night in a miso soup. And then here we got 2 Del Rivo apple and mango juice from Aldi. This juice is the best juice I love it. And that was everything, I think. Oh, last thing we got was some chili. And I almost forgot to show you our oranges and our lemons that we bought. I always buy these. Oranges go in my smoothies, and we sometimes, if we can be bothered, make juice with them. And then lemons and limes I use for everything. Every single meal I have a lime or a lemon with, because it just makes everything better. And isn't this bowl pretty? So yeah, I think that's everything. Most of it was from Aldi, all of the fresh ingredients. And then I think just the cereal, the tofu, and the bread and the broccoli were from Morrison's. And I think maybe Alex bought some crisps, but they're in his car. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Aldi is an amazing place to go if you are on a budget, because all of their fruit and vegetables are so much cheaper. So I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm really sorry that it's kind of like tacked together. It kind of annoys me, but oh well. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.